Guys, welcome back to this video. This video will see AAA on external server or tacacs plus. The last video we saw this AAA configuration on the local database of this router. What are the drawbacks of doing it like that? Meaning drawbacks of local database configuration. Username and password are stored locally, no centralized management, more admin tasks, not scalable. And we don't have any redundancy, right? There is no backup, only on the local database. So if the router goes down, that's it. These users or engineers or whoever is trying to access won't be able to access. The benefits of external server or tacacs plus, meaning this server here on the left side, usernames, passwords stored on a remote server, centralized location management, reduced admin tasks, and it's scalable. Once we create the username and passwords on both the router and the server, that is the initial configuration we have to do. After that, adding users is very easy. That's why it's reduced admin task. All we have to do is username and then put a password for that particular user, and we'll see that as we configure. So as far as steps, first we'll need to go to this router. We're still going to create a username and password for the local database in case this server goes down. We never know if something happens to this server. As a backup, we still need this username and password created on the local database. That way these users or the engineers, they can still access this router. So that's what we are going to do. First, let's go to this router. Enable configure terminal. So username, admin, password, CISCO 123. So all small letters are used. So that's very important. CISCO 123. Next, we will need to provide the information of this server. So the server address is 1.1. So the command is, so to do that we need to say tacacs. This is a tacacs-server, tacacs-server, and then the host, put the IP address of that server. It is 192.168.1.1. 192.168.1.1. So we are introducing this server to this router. Next, we need to create a tacacs-server key, which we are going to create on this router. Later on, we will need to provide that same key as we configure this server. They must match, then only this works. So first let us first create this key on this router. So we say tacacs server and then key. Okay, we will give the key as CISCO, this time all capitals, 123. Okay, and yeah, that's it, and we can press enter. So we have created this key on this router, and this is very important. We need to provide the same key on this tacacs server. We will do that just a bit later, but we have to remember all capital CISCO 123. Then what we'll do is we need to enable AAA on this router, and we have done that in the last video also. It's very easy. We need to say AAA new model. Next, we'll need to create a login authentication name. So authentication, AAA authentication login, and then we can give any name. So let's go with CCNA, and then we need to say group Why are we saying group? Because we are providing both local database and the external server. Basically, we are telling the router first check the tacacs server, then check the local database. If in case tacacs server is down or not accessible, then check the local database. That's why we are saying group. So first we'll say tacacs plus, then local, like that you can give. So this just means, again, this just mean router will check the information on tacacs plus. If everything matches, then the user can access. If the server is not accessible, then router will check on its local database, and that's why we have given this username admin and password initially, because if in case the router cannot check on the server, then the user can provide this admin as username and password CISCO123, then router will check that, then the user can access. So that's why we have given that local database information initially. Next, what we'll do is we'll apply this on the line console 0. So any console access, we can use the same AAA authentication login. So line console 0 login authentication, and we must provide the same authentication name we just created some moments back, which is CCNA all in capitals. And if you want to provide it for line VTY or telnet access, you can do like VTY 024 or 15, whatever. AAA authentication, no, not like that. Login authentication CCNA all capital. Okay, so we have completed the steps on this router. What we'll need to do is we need to go and create 3 usernames and passwords on this server. So let's say our users are David, okay, David, John, this is John, and Matthew. Okay, these are the 3 users. For David, we'll put the password as Cisco, all capital Cisco 123. Okay, for John, we'll create Cisco, all capitals 456. For Matthew, Cisco, all capital 789. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Let's go to this server. There are 2 parts of it. I'll show you. First, we will need to introduce this router to the server. So we have to provide the router information initially. Just like initially on this router, we have provided the server information. So we need to provide the router information on this server. So go to services and go to this AAA. Here client name means nothing but a router name. Router name is router. Just you can change it to something else. Host name CCNA class. Okay, so this is our router name. So go back to our server, client name CCNA class. The client IP is 192.168.1.100. 192.168.1.100. Secret. What is this secret? It is the key that we created. So we have to provide that same thing here. Server key is Cisco 123, all capital Cisco 123. Cisco 123. The server type is tacacs, and then we need to click on this add here. Now we have provided the router information. Now server has the router information on its database. This is the first part. Second part is down below. Here we create 3 usernames and password. So remember, our usernames and passwords are for David Cisco 123, John Cisco 456, Matthew Cisco 789. So David Cisco, all capital. Let's do all capital. Go 123, add, then John Cisco 456, add, and Matthew Cisco 789, add. So we have created the username and passwords, and very important step, we need to turn this on. Okay, otherwise this will not work. Now what we'll do is we'll verify everything. So first we'll go to this router. We will exit all the way to user mode. Now when I press enter, it should ask for username and password. It's asking for the username, so we'll provide David, and then Cisco, all capital 123, and I am in. Next we can exit again. For John we can try, so John, and the password is Cisco 456, and I'm in. Let us verify Matthew as well. Matthew Cisco 123. That one is not us, not 123. It is 789. Cisco 789, and I'm in. So all of them are working. Now what we will do is we will deliberately cut this line, and let's say, and when router is trying to reach this server, it will not be able to because this line is down, and then in that scenario these users can put in the admin that we have created in its local database, and through that they can get in. Let's verify that. So first what we'll do is we'll cut this one. Okay, then we'll go here. Okay, do the same thing, exit. So David, okay, Cisco 123. It's taking some time, and it's going to say login invalid or something like that. That is because this line is down here. The router cannot reach the server. So what we'll do is we'll try the local database information. Admin password we have created is Cisco 123. I think all small letters. We'll have to check that. Yeah, so it's working. Now these users can still get in even though the server is down. So that's what we have just verified. Even when this connection is something is wrong with this connection or server is down for whatever the reason, they can still access, but that is only a secondary way. Primary way is still going to be through this server, and this is basically AAA on external server or tacacs plus. Hope you understood, hope it helps someone. So in the next video we'll see some other concept. Until then, stay tuned. If you have any questions you can ask down below. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video. Good day.